welcome back to another episode of Tarpology. Today we're going to go over a shelter I've been working on for a little while. We're going to call it the Stealth Star. Stick around with me though, because we're going to take this from a button down shelter that's ready for the wind and the rain. We're going to open it up and make it nice and roomy and airy. Plenty of room for 2 people plus gear. Today I'm using a 3 meter by 3 meter or a 10 foot by 10 foot tarp. This one's made by Free Soldier. So our first step, what we're going to do is that we're going to lay it out flat. I have the center ridgeline loops going here because this is going to be my entryway, the front side of the shelter, and we'll have that as the back side of the shelter. So after we have it laid out flat, I'm going to go to this back corner and I'm going to stake it down. After I have that back corner staked down, I'm going to come to the opposite corner of it and I'm going to take it in 2 hand lengths directly towards that opposite corner. Now that we have that back corner and this front left corner staked down, we're going to come over here to the other corner in 1 loop each direction. We're going to pull those tight, stake down with the same stake. Next we're going to take our trekking pole. We're going to go to the very center loop and we're going to push that up and give it the tension. And it should stand on its own for the moment. Then we're going to do the same thing on this side. Go from the corner and then we're going to go in 1 loop. We're going to bring those together and we're going to stake that down with the same stake, pulling it tight. So then we're going to take the corners, we're going to pull them out, and we're going to stake that down as well. Trying to keep that nice diamond pattern going. And there we go. There's our Stealth Star. So in order to get into this tent, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to unhook one of our loops from this side. And that gives us enough space that we can crawl underneath to get in. Just to help pull it out, make it a little bit more roomy, also be able to tension it down, make it nice and tight to the ground if it was wind, if it was rain, you're going through a storm. What we're going to do is that we're going to go to this loop right here. We're going to hook up a guy line to it and stretch that out. We're going to go to the back side of it and we're going to do the same thing. That fully tensions out the Stealth Star. Now this is also something I've added on to it. I went ahead and added a prusik knot and a carabiner. So that way, if you want to get in, you can actually hold it open as a door. So you just unhook this corner. Now you have an open door, open breezeway. It can stay open as long as you need it. If you want it to be a little bit more airy in the middle of the night, you can leave that open. If a storm comes, all you have to do, reach out, slide your prusik forward a little bit, disconnect, hook yourself back up on that side. I've also hooked one up to the back side as well. There we go. There's the stealth shelter. Stick around. I'm going to show you how to open this up just a little bit more now. And instead of having a lockdown shelter that's ready for the wind and the rain and being fully enclosed, we're going to open this thing completely up so that you can get airflow coming in from all angles and still plenty of room for at least 2 people. You might even be able to squeeze a 3rd person in an emergency situation for this next shelter setup. We're going to open this all the way up, tension it up. We're going to do that to the front side. We're going to do it to the back side. We're going to unhook the other side now. We're going to run a guy line from here. We're going to pull that open as well, and we're going to do the same thing to the other side. And now this is the pitch I like to call the big top. Having this opened up as the big top, you got more than enough space for 2 people plus gear. That way you can get a breeze from all angles. If it's just a light dew or even a rain, you're going to have pretty good shelter. 2 people can easily play some cards. You got a lot of ventilation. Like always, y'all, it's nice to have options. Always a great thing when it comes to a tarp. It's one thing I love about it. Thanks for sticking around. I appreciate it. Stay tuned. Laters, y'all.